Yeah, that's right. First one, that, and the first one after that. And then Monday, I warned it, the first one, and then because I think.
So Jess was admitted in the hospital last night, and she's been there. She's there right now. So I had to come out of it. Came on the because it was about her teeth also. They're going to do something very soon, yeah, probably. We should have, I always, yeah, I don't like it when she's out of the office.
That girl behind me. The young one.
Oh yeah, I know that. I came early.
You get it Friday?
I was at his house.
So you must be at 5:30, half an hour?
She was trying to rope me into doing something.
We had to drive all the way down here.
Get somebody's autograph.
Because they weren't
And I
openly.
didn't ask them directly, but I know what I have taken to a really cool concert, and it's funny. So this was
Everyone ready?
Ready.
Getting George to quiet everyone down. Thank you, George and Michelle again. This is I said, George, this is a crowded room. I don't know if there's enough room for spirit tonight. They might be sitting on your laps tonight.
That's okay.
It is okay, isn't it? Because it's a lot of love. See, I knew that seat was for you. So I know, I usually I think I just put your feet in zone triple EP. I know. I feel bad for the people back here because you know what they're looking at. So I might kind of move around like this, give you the friendly smile. I told George I'll probably have to swing from the chandelier. There's not enough room. But I just want to thank everyone for coming this evening. I really am thrilled to be here as always. And it's always a great time too. And it was a great spread, huh, with the food, everyone. I promise I did not eat anything garlicky yet, so I'm good. So what I'm going to do tonight, and I know some of you know how I work, seen how I work, but some of you don't. So I like to try to do as quick of an intro as I can so that people have some expectations or sort of set the tone for the evening, okay? I also like, if anyone has any initial questions for me, certainly feel free to ask. I really like to make this a place where people can feel comfortable, because I know people come to this nervous, okay? And sometimes they come and I can hear them go, I hope she picks on me, but not really, I hope she doesn't, but really, I hope she does. And, maybe, no, I don't want her to. I mean, I get all of that, okay? And what I like to tell people, though, is relax, enjoy. It's all positive. I never met a spirit I didn't like, okay? And they're coming in tonight to really share their love with you. And that is really what I'm doing. I'm just bringing through the love of spirit for as many people as I can. And obviously with crowds like this, I can't get to everyone, but I do hope that everyone takes away something tonight. I think a message can be really useful for a lot of people. And it's a healing experience, it's a positive experience, and that's how I work with spirit, I really do. And they want to come in, and they work hard to get here, to say hi to all of you, okay? I don't know how hard they work here. It's George's house, so it's a party. They're probably there's food, you know? But they really do, okay? Now, every medium and psychic works differently, and that's what I like to share with all of you, how I work with spirit, or how spirit works with me. And then what I ask you to do is keep an open heart and an open mind. I'm not here to change anyone's belief systems. I tell people that right off the bat. I sit with people that don't believe in this, and I sit with people who do. Regardless, it's sort of having an open heart and an open mind to the process, okay? And what we're doing is we're opening the door for you, maybe just a little bit. I think a lot of people, if you're here, you're curious about this. and that's a great start, okay? And I always say too, when they come in, they're not telling you what to do. They're giving love, advice, inspiration, words of wisdom. That's why they come in tonight, okay? And they can work fast. You'll see my energy change up a little bit depending on what they were like here too. Like I can go to some people and say, listen, I got your father here, but he's not saying much. Yep, that was Dad here too. I said, good, okay. And I'll try pulling something out of them, trust me. But I let the spirit doors fly wide open, okay? So what that means is anyone and everyone who's been connected to you can come in. But that's where people get a little confused. Because then they'll say, well, why did that one come in? I didn't get along with them. I'm like, well, because they can. Or I didn't know them well, or I just worked with them. So it's not always your nearest, dearest loved ones that come in. If they are in the spirit world and they want to come in, let them, because you never know who's coming in with them, okay? They may be bringing in other people that you do want to hear from. So let them in. And the thing is, I can't ignore them because I see them pretty much like I see you, okay? So I'm going to describe the clothes they're wearing. I'll get the color of their hair, I'll get their body structure, definitely sense their personality, and I will also try to ask them, I say, are you on mom or dad's side of the family? So I could be on the father's side, but I'm describing your father-in-law, so I get the in-laws, okay? So I know, I always get the eyes rolling when I say that. Really? You do? Don't know why, but I get the in-laws too, okay? I can get your mother's best friend that she went to high school with. I can get someone you went to school with. I could get a school teacher. I could get your neighbor's child that passed away. Whoever wants to come in, and I say this because it's happened. I mean, I've brought people in like that, and people still will say, well, why? And I always say, well, why not? Healing spirit. They want to come in and say hi to you. We've all opened the door tonight. And let me tell you, the floodgates, when they open up, okay? And I don't try to make sense of it. I just know it's happening. I'm bringing it in. The message might not make sense for me, but it will make sense for you. And that's what is the most important thing, okay? So I do like to describe them too, because sometimes I will start describing someone. I love this with a woman I was describing. I said, I have a gentleman here. He's about 5'6", receding hairline. He passed from a heart attack. My mother didn't pass from that. And I went, well, I hope not, because she didn't have a receding hairline. And I said, gentlemen, she's really hoping her mother would come in. And she goes, yeah, my dad did, though. I said, okay, then your dad's here right now. And I get that we want to talk to certain people. I get it. I really do, okay? But you can't force them in. You just can't. And if there's some reason why they didn't come in tonight, you know, I always say I don't have an answer that's going to heal the heart. It's just they're busy over there. And that's when people go, what do you mean they're busy over there? They're living a life. They really are. They're doing things that they didn't get to do when they were here, too. You know, there's that, and they love to share that with you. I did a private reading with a woman, and it was a wonderful reading. Her mother and her mother's sister came in. I said, you three were like the Three Musketeers. She goes, yeah, we were. We did shopping together, and it was just a really nice sort of reunion for her, okay? And so I said to her, I said, so this is really nice. They're coming in. They miss you, too. So we were done with the reading, and she says, this was great. And she says, but I'm wondering why my dad didn't come in. And I always say, I love that commercial. We want more. We want more. We want more. I'm like, okay. And I said, listen, I'm not sensing your dad's spirit's energy here, but we can also intuitively connect with energy. I said, I got to tell you something. I know your father's passed. He passed in his 60s right before he retired. She goes, yeah, he did. And I said, okay. And he had heart issues, but he also had some lung issues. And she goes, yeah, that's what took him over. I said, all right. I said, but, you know, this is what I'm getting. He always talked about golfing. He started golfing, and he said once he retired, he was going to be on the golf course like 24/7. And I said, he's on the golf course. She goes, that's my dad. I'll talk to him another time. So they will tell you, okay? So he was like quickly saying hi, but he's back in the golf course. And the other thing, too, is people will ask me, well, are they around us 24/7? Well, here in life, right, do you want everyone around you 24/7? Probably not. So it works the same over there. They're not around you 24/7, but I always say keep talking to them. Keep saying your prayers, keep sending your love to them, because they do come through in different ways. They absolutely do. Now, the other thing too is sometimes in a group like this, if it's a tragic passing, I will tell you if they took their own life, sometimes it's hard for them to come in a group like this. It really is. So I always say respect that. It's not that they don't want to talk to you, but, and I'm not just saying this, but sometimes it's better to have a private reading because they're emotional too. And they don't want to show everyone. I was doing a group, it was, I do what's called Evenings of Spirit Communication. It's just 10 people. And everyone gets... and each person gets a message. So I was doing a group, and I went to this woman, and I said, okay, I have a father here, and he's Greek or Italian, and he was in the war, and your family's very entrepreneurial. Nope. And I'm looking at her, and I said, okay, I'm getting one of like 3 brothers, and you also, and she's going, no. And I could see her like, move on, because that's not who I want to talk to right now. I could see the eyes, no, and she's looking at her watch, no, and she's going like this. But see, when I'm seeing them, I'm not going to ignore them. So I'm looking at her. And I said, okay, but there's also, and I know it's common, but I'm married. He's bringing his mother in. I don't know. And she's like, I could just feel it. And I just looked at, I said, okay. I said, I'm getting the sense you don't want to talk to your father, but let me ask, is your father in spirit? Yeah. And I think I had said to her, he passed of some COPD. Yeah. I said, he was in the war. Well, yeah, he was in the army. And I said, he smoked? Well, yeah, but then he quit. And I said, okay, but he smoked. Yeah, because I smell things too. I'm going to tell, I'll describe it to you, okay? And so I looked at her and I said, your father's here. And he did own his own business and you do? Yeah. I said, okay, so what's going on? Because your father's here. Can you say hi to him? And she just said, well, she says, I really didn't want to talk to him today. So I said, okay. And then I understood, though, and I get this. I said, who did you want to talk to? I just asked. She goes, my son. I said, okay. And this is where I'm very upfront with everyone. I said, I'm not sensing your son tonight. I said, but I can tell you this, and this is the intuitiveness now. His energy wasn't in. I said, but he passed from a drug overdose. She goes, yeah. And I said, and your son was a tall, handsome, strapping man. Yes, he was. I said, but very shy. She goes, yes. I said, do you really think he would come in here and talk in front of the group? She said, no. I said, that's why he's not coming in. So the thing is, they're still working over there. When we pass on, we don't go to total enlightenment. We still got to work over there. And so for him, it was accidental too. So the sadness and everything that happened to him, he's still working on it, because it's only been about a year since he passed. So she understood it, and that's why I like to explain things too, because we're not in charge. We like to be in control of everything, right? Not over there. We're not. And so for me, it's just bringing it in. Now, the other thing is, if I'm sensing someone, and you kind of know who it is, okay, and you're just sitting there. I was doing a larger group. There was about 60 people, and so I went to this woman, and this is the other thing. They give you information that you might forget. You don't remember, or you never knew about someone. So I went to this woman. I brought her grandfather through, and he passed. He had a brain aneurysm. So when that happens, you might see me tapping my head. I get dizzy. And he was hooked up to oxygen, so I was seeing that. And she goes, yeah, that's my grandfather. And I said, okay, well, I said, you know what? He's feeling so much better now. And he's on those old-fashioned Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Oh, no, that's not my grandfather. And I said, no, this is your grandfather. I described, yeah, and that's how he passed, yeah. He's on a motorcycle, old-fashioned, Harley-Davidson. It's amazing. She says, all right, Maria, okay, I'll take it, but he was never on a motorcycle. Maybe that's what he wants to do now. And I said, hey, maybe, you know. I get an email from her the next day. She goes, yeah, I went home and I talked to my mom. He was a member of the Hells Angels. Okay, and I can tell you something, that happens all the time. So that was too random for me. I said, you can't make this stuff up, okay? So I had to give her the information. And she's like, I couldn't believe it myself. So as I'm bringing the information to her, there's this young man, he's about 20 years old, in spirit, nudging at me. And I'm like, okay, and I'm finishing the message, because they're all coming at once, okay? Sometimes I'll get 2 people at one time, so I'll be describing 2 people and going back and forth, so I'll ask for your help there, okay? So anyways, I said, okay, I'm getting an Al. He played lacrosse and soccer, passed in a motorcycle accident. And so then I do the grandfather, talk with him and the mom and stuff like that. And then I'm getting nudged over here because the energy nudges me and stuff pulls me. And I'm like, okay, there's an Al here. There's an Al. And out of the corner of my eye, there's these 2 young women here going, she's going like this. And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, Al, lacrosse, soccer, passed in his 20s, passed on a motorcycle accident. She's shaking her like this. You know who it is. So I looked at her. I said, you know who this is? She goes, yeah, it's my friend Al. He passed in a motorcycle accident. And I looked at her, and I said, okay, he's here to talk to you. She says, why do my friends always come through? How come my dad's not here? And I said, I don't know, honey. I don't know. And she goes, can I ask you a question? I said, no. But we were laughing about it. But she got a really good message from him because she was going for a promotion at work, and he remembers working with her and how she doubted herself, and he was reminding her of how good she was at work. So she could totally take the message. So we don't get to decide, too, who's giving us the message. Just kind of let it happen, you know? So they'll nag me, and I'll be like, okay, we're going to get this. We're definitely going to get this. Because they're talking to me, okay? So that's how it's going to work tonight. They like smiles, okay? And I like yeses. I'll go with the yes person. No. But it's interesting, too, when your family members sitting together. It's funny how one family member remembers something that the other one does. No, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't drink wine. Yes, she did drink wine. That happens all the time, okay? So I'm just giving the information. And just really, it's a wonderful thing why they're coming in, okay? Now, I sometimes get names. Sometimes I don't. It's amazing. Spirit will, I was sitting with a woman, I brought her father in, and then I said, I'm getting the name Julian, which is not a common name. And I said, he's saying he's with Julian, who's connected to him. It was his brother. So he gives me his brother's name, but not his name. So, you know, if I have a name for you, I will give it to you. Trust me. I will give you the names, okay? And let them say what they got to say tonight. And that's really how it works. They'll tell me about you. Now, it could be someone that you didn't know that well. They passed before you were born or when you were younger. So they'll start giving me information about you and your family and how they connected to validate. Because I really do like that. You want some validation. You absolutely do. Now, I'm not a doctor. I don't have all the right medical terminology. So how they pass, you're going to see me doing this tonight. Oh, I might lift a leg. I might start limping. I'll get some breathing ear. Whatever it might be, you're going to see that. I get a little red. We glisten a little bit. I might get a little sweaty, but my head doesn't turn 360. I will not be swinging from the chandelier. But I pace back and forth. My hands, I'm Italian, I like to use my hands. And then sometimes, hey, it's good, isn't it? It's a good way to do that with the energy. And sometimes I'll just slow down because that was their energy. And so they will come in and give me as much information as they can, okay? And just, like I said, be open to it. I get the animals too. Animals, cats, dogs, gotten snakes, birds. Just recently I did a group thing. I know she's like, what? I did a group reading. I went to this woman at the end. I said, they're going to think I'm nuts. I said, Linda, her name was Linda. I said, I have a duck flying around your head. She goes, my pet duck just died last week. I go home scratching my head. I gotta be honest with you. I'm like, wow. The thing is, I really respect this process. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I was saying to someone tonight that I'm always learning, and I am. And I really respect the process. But they also want to bring joy into our lives, and they want you to live in joy, okay, and bring you peace and comfort. So let them do it tonight. Just let them do it. I'll be coming to different people. I might be coming to you, but it's for you, or back there, because we are in close quarters, you know, that's close quarters, so anyway. But you're all doing well. The one thing I will ask is if you can, at least put your phones on vibrate, okay? And also refrain from side conversations, because my hearing gets real sensitive. So I might be over here, and if you're talking over here, I'll be like, what? And I'm thinking it might be spirit, but it's you, okay? So just try, if you have questions afterwards too, I'm here to answer any questions you have. And just happy to do that, okay? But lots going to happen tonight. It really gets crowded in here. And we'll see what happens. That's it. I don't know who's showing up, but I know Spirit's showing up tonight, okay? And it is between, I always say, three-way communication. Well, like a 50-way communication here tonight. But it's between me, you, and Spirit, okay? So when you're validating the information and you understand, what you've basically done is picked up the phone and said hello to them, okay? Say hello. Say, yeah, I get that. Yeah, because they're talking, okay? So I will be doing that, and let's just have fun, okay? Does anyone have any initial questions for
I
me?
have a little question.
Yes.
How you say that they're busy somewhere else, do you ever kind of see where they are and what they're doing? Is it
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that like?
It's beautiful. I will say this, and I'll just say it, because it's a knowing, but the spirit world is an incredible place. And they do live at just a different dimension. They're around, they're happy, they're studying, they're learning. They're really working on making amends if they need to. Whatever it is they need to do. It's a place of no judgment. It's a place of compassion. And they know what they need to do. And they take as long as they have to. That's a great question, too, because someone had asked me, well, how come this one? I've been waiting for 10 years to hear from this person. There's no time over there either. And I was at a spiritual retreat a few years ago, and we were doing a workshop, and we paired up, and so the woman that I sat with, she gave me a psychic message, I gave her a mediumship message. The exercise was, what's the difference and how do you read the energy? So when she was done with me, I said to her, while you were talking to me, I saw a 9-year-old boy standing right next to you, sandy blonde hair, and he drowned. She just stopped, she almost fell off her chair. And she looked at me and she says, I've been waiting 35 years to hear from my son. She had been to every medium that's known out there, and it had nothing to do with me. I'm going to tell you that. What it was is he was finally ready because he knew how distraught his mother was, because the mother for that long was blaming herself. And so there was some forgiveness, compassion, and all of that. So there's a lot going on over there, and them working on it, but still living a life. Yeah, and it is beautiful. I got to say that. I do. With that said, I want to be here for a long time. I'll tell you that. Right? I like people. I like doing this, okay? I know it's great over there, but, you know, I want to enjoy. That was good, though. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, good. Come on. Come to me, please. Come on. Shut up, Maria. Okay. All right, so what I like to do is say a prayer of thanks before each reading, whether I do a private one or a group session. So in a group, I'm going to play a song, okay? What I will say, too, is if you do have to get up and use the restrooms or anything like that, feel free to do that. Not a problem. Just don't do it when I'm with you, because you know it's going to happen, everybody. I'm going to follow you in there. Okay? So when I'm with you, I'm with you. I got you.
You won't be the first.
What was that?
I heard he was walking.
Hey, I'm not touching you today. Yeah. No, I've done that
We need to
before.
lock on the bathroom.
I've done that where I'm like, where's that woman that was there? I got a message for her. But seriously, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable because I'll say any questions. Can I go to the bathroom? Do what you got to do. So we'll do that and we'll get going, okay? Everyone good with that? All right, so I'm going to start my song. And what I suggest you do while we're doing this is relax, open your hearts and minds, and big smiles. I like smiles, all right? And if I catch you falling asleep, I'm going to call you out, you know? All right, so let me just get my song going.
It will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine. Yeah. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? Or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak it all? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine when that day comes and I find myself standing in the sun. I can only imagine when all I have to do is forever worship you. I can only imagine, yeah. I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? Or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak it all? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I dance for you, Jesus? Or in awe of you be still? Will I stand in your presence? Or to my knees will I fall? Will I sing hallelujah? Will I be able to speak it all? I can only imagine. Yeah, I can only imagine. I can only imagine when all I do is forever worship you. I can only imagine.
Everyone good? can I come to the woman right there in the blue? Yes, you with the glasses. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Can I have your name, please?
Karen.
Karen. Hi, Karen. Karen, so as I was talking, even when I'm talking, they're coming in, okay? And I also, is that Claire right there? I know Claire, but the woman beside you too? Hi, how are you?
Good.
And your name is?
Nancy.
Nancy, okay, so Karen and Nancy, okay, because I got two coming at the same time and they're vying for my attention. So I'm doing this, so I'm seeing a gentleman with you, so I'm recognizing, but I gotta come to you first, Karen, because I'm seeing a woman coming to you, okay? And the woman that I get coming in, I will say this, as I was talking with you, I was having a really hard time with my breathing. And she was really in here. It did feel like almost like COPD, okay? But I'm getting cobwebs in my lungs, in my chest. She had a really hard time, and I will tell you, she was either in the hospice or hospital when she passed, okay? Because she definitely needed some care with that. She's an older woman too. I am going to say she's like in her 70s or 80s. She says this is not, I don't believe it's your mother, okay? Because she said it's not your mom. All right, but she is an older woman, like a generation back, okay? So I do believe, though, also she's saying that she has mom with her, okay? So both of them are coming in, which is kind of nice. She, the older woman, I'm going to say this, all right, was definitely someone, she was shorter than me. I should have taken my shoes off, but she was definitely shorter than me, okay? And she was a bit buxom up here. She had like a voluptuous figure. She was nice, but she lost also weight towards the end. She said she was getting frail, which I know we do sometimes when we get older, okay? But with your mom, I'm seeing her in the hospital too, your mom, okay? And the thing is, I'm going to go back and forth, but the woman has some tubes or oxygen too, okay? And her hair was thinning up here. And she was a little bit more of a serious type, okay, than your mother. Okay, so I'm comparing because they're both here. But this one's coming in first because she's taking care of your mother too. But what's interesting is I feel like this woman over here, the older one, is on the father's side. Thank you. Okay, but she's still taking care of your mom. Okay, and she's very, she's just like this. Okay, she sort of feels very stoic to me. Okay, and she feels like she had that strong background, like Polish or German. I am going to say that when I'm sensing energy. But that's what it feels like. I'm not thinking it is, but that's what it feels like. And so your mom, as she comes in, that's when I was feeling stomach issues with mom and going down in here too. Okay. Do the reverse then. I don't, but I'm feeling both of it. Do you understand? So did your older one have the stomach? Yeah, thank you. Okay. So mom had the chest? Okay, we got to do that then. Thank you, because they're both here. So I'm going back and forth, okay? What's interesting is as I get louder and I'm getting just like, I really am. I'm like everything had a way of doing things. I'm getting schedules. I'm getting, you do things a certain way, okay? And there was no coloring outside the lines. That's what I'm getting. You understand? Like growing up? Yes, okay? And your mother, who actually is being a little bit more quiet than the grandmother, which is interesting. She'll still come in though. Don't, you know, she's just letting her speak, which is interesting, okay? But she says, your mother, as she comes in, I'm not sure if she would have believed in this so much, both of them, okay? Yeah. And so when she's coming in, it's almost like, I'll believe it when I see it. Like she's watching this. And that's how mom was, okay? And that's great. That's fine, okay? But she comes in, she's very, she wouldn't have necessarily also been in front of a big group. So that's why she's staying in the back. But your grandmother, hey, I'll talk, she's talking to anybody. There was more of a dynamic kind of thing going on with her, okay? Stronger. I am going to say that, okay? Mom, her transition into the spirit world, you know, was a challenging one. And she says, I don't need to get into all of it, but you know it was. And that's the pain I'm feeling too, because it's like icy cold, okay? And she is holding your hand. I wish I was over there. I'm not going to jump over everybody, but she's hugging you and rubbing your arm just like you did with her. And you did say to her it was okay. You did, Karen, okay? She remembers that, okay? Whoops, wait a minute, that might be mine. Sorry. It's music, it's validation, that's what it is. But, yeah, he's fixing it, Justin, thank you. So she is saying that you made it okay and she felt comfortable. Okay, thank you, Justin. Felt very comfortable with this. Okay, and she, which is interesting, she saw, and I'm going to say this, her father first.
Really?
Yeah, because she's saying also there was some type of distance with them, the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was very excited to see him. She's very articulate the way she speaks too. Like, you know, she just really was clear, articulate as you are. And she liked things just so in the house. She really did, okay? And so she is saying to you, okay, that you can't really worry about that all the time. You know how she's saying about coloring outside of the lines? You gotta loosen up, lighten up. Do you understand? Because there's more to life. Okay, there really is. And you're getting there. Because you have the to-do list. You know, and the more I check off and everything like that, yeah, okay? And she's saying it's up here too with you, Karen.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Her passing, you were close to Mom. You, like, you know, you were. That's just not, you were very close to her. And almost sort of became the parent as well, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she is saying, you knew I was nervous.
I did.
You knew it. And you always kept a strong front. It's funny, the grandmother's like, I did my job because Mom's really talking now. She's like, get in here, get in here, get in here. But, you know, don't take that for granted because there's something very, you don't show your spirituality or your soulfulness as outwardly, you know, as other people, but it's there. It definitely is. And she says, share it more. Share it more. She's talking about the old photo albums. You know, have the old photo albums. Yeah, you do. So when you're walking through them, looking through them, she's standing there with you. Okay? Because you're remembering the good times too. You really are. And she says, I'm right beside you. I'm looking over your shoulder. Always. Because you say, I wonder if Mom is seeing me today. What would Mom do? I know you're doing that. I do. Okay? And so, is she okay? No, yeah, please do. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Tina. I just don't want to upset her anymore. Sorry, I just didn't want to upset her. So she's also talking about, I'm going to say something about your work too, okay? Because she says, don't pass up the promotions. Okay? So in other words, you have really been steady with your work, and people know that. So I feel like there's some changes happening in work. And when I get the expansion, that's what I get, expansion.
Okay, good.
That's a good thing, Karen, but you should not pass it up. You're in line too, and I want you to know that. Okay? In other words, you know the grandmother that was coming in?
I think it was my aunt, actually.
Okay. Take the, you know what I always say, because sometimes with the energy, go with the description. She was the boisterous one. I mean, she's got her hands on her head, and she's going like this, okay? And she said what she had to say. That was it. You have more of a filter. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You're more of the diplomat.
Yeah.
Yes, okay? Because there are some strong females in your family. But you're the quiet one, but there's a lot of strength there. There really is. okay? So, bless you.
Thank you.
So I want you to, she says, to really look at that, especially with the work thing. I keep getting work, Karen. I do. You're not retiring soon.
Hope not.
No. That's not happening. No, no. So you've got a lot more to do there. You're really, she's saying you're good with numbers too.
I'm an accountant.
Thank you. Yeah, you're really good with the numbers. Yeah, wow, okay. Different from a lot of other family members, let me tell you. But she also is talking about old books that you have, or the family, older books, okay? There's boxes, I gotta say that.
There's
A lot of boxes. So look in the book. Look in the boxes for the older books.
Okay.
That's what she's talking about. Which is in, because there's stuff in there that you've always, a lot of us do a fascination with family. And I think you're gonna get some of your answers there. You'd be really good with the ancestry.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So really, because you're very, I mean, obviously accountant, but you're logical with that. But the other thing is you have a photographic memory. You remember things. You really do. Yeah, absolutely. She's also showing me like a straw hat. You know when you garden, you wear those hats? She's putting one on you. Yeah. So what she says with that, because I'm asking her, they bring things in. Get out more. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Out more, honey. You need to be more in nature, walking. Sort of like you're looking out there, but what's going on? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay? So that's what she's saying. You don't have to have a green thumb or anything like that to enjoy.
Yeah.
But I think you do.
Well, she had a good one.
She has a green thumb? Okay, well you got half of one. Because you're good. Okay? Because she would do
Yeah.
that. So she's saying it's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. The other thing is I'm getting behind you, and it may be for you or this woman here, I'm getting a dog. It's like a small, I'm not good with breeds, so I'm going to describe them, but it's like a Yorkshire, a small dog. It's got brown in it, a light brown. Can you take that, a small, like you could, not a pocketbook dog, but a little bit bigger than that? No, not black. Thank you though. But brown and white.
I have two little white dogs.
But was there brown? I'm seeing brown and
Like
white.
brown, I mean, one of them's got like a
Like a-
cream color on it.
Okay, it's like a light sandy brown. That's what I'm saying. But this dog, I'm sorry, is in spirit. It sounds. Yeah.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Did you? It's in spirit.
I had a schnauzer that
Okay.
was sort of
Like with the
more
brown.
gray brown.
Okay, all right, because I'm seeing, there's definitely brown on this dog, and it wasn't a big dog. And I'm not saying dark brown, it's the light
Yeah.
brown. It is the light brown. Just running around your feet. Running around your feet, okay? Yeah, definitely. Okay, all right, thank you. I gotta come over here to this woman. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, and your name is, please? Nancy. So I have this gentleman, he's been standing there, and I noticed when I get facial hair, I'll start going like this. Not that I have facial hair, but in spirit, they start going like this. And he had a mustache, okay? Definitely had a mustache. A good height man, too. He was about at least 5'10", okay? Thin, okay? And older, though, when he passed, because I'm seeing the white here, okay? We're going gray anyway. And you know when I was over there with her and I'm standing straight up like this, I'm definitely standing that way with him, okay? And he was more of like a Nancy, a black and white kind of guy. This way or that way. No gray area, okay? He feels to be very fatherly to me, okay? We're on Dad's side. And he had a very distinguished nose, too. Because I'm seeing the profile. Is that on that side? Does that make sense? Sometimes I have the wrong side, so I want to make sure I get the right side.
It could be either. We were blessed.
You were black? Because I can't really see you down there, but he's going like this. All right, so let me just, I feel I'm on father, so I'll get more, okay? But, and he's standing with, to me that means military when they're really straight up, okay? And he's got like these long you know, he's got slacks on, and they're like a blue or like the khaki or Dockers, okay, kind of slacks. Not a lot of extra weight on him either. And he keeps going like this. And I also get him, he was long, like long arms, long legs, and he was not a very boisterous man. I see him sitting down on his chair reading the paper, like crossing his legs, okay? And, and I'm coughing with him. And he is going right in here in the chest area, okay? Yeah. And, but to me, he says, listen, I lived a good life. I did live a good life, long enough. And it is what it is. That's the type of personality he had. I'm not saying he didn't think he could tell a good story, because that's what he's telling me right now, okay? But he was very sort of just, you know, you work hard, honest man, full of integrity, worked really hard, and it's interesting when he did have an opinion, he'd get on the soapbox and talk about it. But I am seeing a lot of newspaper around him. I mean, he liked reading the newspaper. I'm even seeing like the Wall Street Journal, I'm seeing the New York Times. So those types of paper as he's showing me. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. And he, I mean, he definitely would have been doing this. He'd be looking at, what are you doing? You know, coming to one of these things. And that's okay, that's fine. There's a younger portrait of him though. Like I'm seeing a beautiful picture of him, more like a portrait when he was younger. Okay? So he's getting to be more, I will say, looking like that, because they can decide, do they want to stay the age they passed or get a little bit younger. He's definitely younger. And he's also going to his teeth. That was the other thing. Sometimes the information's flying with his teeth. I mean, he had a good set of teeth. He did. Big smile. You understand? Okay. All right. Thank you. Nancy, also, though, I have to say, I know I was getting him some clogged up here with him and coughing, but I also, he kept bringing me to either hernia or the colon. Do you know if he got something like that, too? Because he keeps going like this.
He had cancer of the esophagus.
Okay. All right. But do you know, thank you, if he had the hernia, too? Because he's going like this. Okay. He keeps just like this. He was also a punctual man, because I'm seeing the watch on him. Yeah, keeping things in order too. There's also a woman here that just popped in, and she actually didn't just pop in. I saw her and felt her earlier. She had really bad eyes, like it was bad, almost like blind. Okay, and she's shorter. She's a shorter woman. And she had the big glasses on too, okay? And she had a hip issue. She definitely had a hip issue. And that she's hanging out. Can someone down here take that? Yeah, I knew it. And I'm sorry, what's your name again? Sandy, okay. And I gotta move on because they're moving on. Thank you, Nancy. But you understood that? Thank you, okay. And sometimes they might have more to say, I'll let you know, okay? But he's been definitely just sitting there watching this. Sandy, I'll get you. He had a really scientific kind of mind. He did, okay? And I know, you're still there, but he's got to say something to you. Sandy, I'll get to you, okay? She had some chutzpah, let me tell you, she did. So what he says with you, though, is you have a scientific mind too, Nancy, okay? You do, and you're very good at putting things together. Yes, but you also have been sort of stretching out. And I get the sense you're doing some new things or wanting to bring new things into your life, okay? And he says you want to do that. It's sort of like, we have a spiritual journey and it's all different things that we do, okay? And you have been exploring, you understand?
Yes.
I know we're in New Hampshire, but I get you in the mountains or doing some hiking. Do you understand that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he loves that you're doing that, and I get that he's also kind of doing this with you, okay? It's about nature with you, more so than him, okay? I'm also getting something about the appendix coming out. Who got their appendix out? Is their brother?
No.
No, okay, because I get the appendix. It's
My
talking.
lady did.
Your lady did? Okay, so I'm moving on now. That's what that's saying. But thank you. No, that's what they do. That's what they do, okay? They're just popping like this. I'm going like this. Nancy, just, you're fearless in that sense. But we all always have that little doubt thing, and you do, okay? And so he's helping you with that. Was he in military too, do you know? Because I got the military impression with him.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Okay, because I was getting the uniform, like, yeah, it's the older uniform.
Yeah.
But yeah. He was very, I can really feel that, yeah. You're going, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But a good life. But you, very at an early age, you definitely have that independent streak. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do it, yes. You were in the Brownies and Girl Scouts when you were younger?
No, should have been though.
You should have been, because you would have been great. You're like a good little brownie. You would have made up to cadets. That's you. You would have sold the most Girl Scout cookies. I'm telling you, Nancy, because that's you. You're good with what's the bottom line. Yeah. Okay, good. Sandy, because she's like this. I'm like, I'm sorry, he was talking. They start making friends with each other too, okay? So she is definitely here, okay? Now, was she the one too with the appendix? I'll get the wrong side.
It's my mother.
Yeah, okay, so let me just say, but she definitely had quite a few issues going on, okay? And her eyesight, I mean, my eyes were watering, okay?
She had an eye condition.
Yes, I forget, there's some that are real serious,
Yeah.
and I never can say it right, but they're like immaculate, whatever.
Degeneration.
She didn't have it,
Degeneration, no.
but it was a lot,
Her tear ducts or something, and she always had to put blame.
Yeah.
She couldn't see.
yeah, because it's a fog, and that's what I'm getting, so yes, it's not that, but it feels like that to me because it was so bad, okay? She liked the music, she said, she really did. There's something that she's got a lot of spirit and faith, okay, in her own way, okay? And she made no bones about it either. This is who she was. She showed up as she was. You know, the other thing too is she's showing me, because I'm getting some, and I want to say be careful with you too with the ankles. The swelling of the ankles.
Yeah.
You understand that? You too, she's going, Sandy, you too, Sandra. And she's correcting me, Sandra. Okay, you understand?
Well, she's got something that she wants to drive home.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting Sandra. Okay. But she is sort of going like this with you to make sure you are watching yourself, your health. Okay? So really got to pay attention to that. Okay? Not that it's an emergency. We're not doctors, mediums, we don't prescribe. Okay? But she says you have a lot of life to live, and it's laughter and joy, and she doesn't want you to feel bad. Do you understand that? Okay? She watches over you like a hawk.
I know that.
Yeah, okay, thank you, because I'm like, she's here, I mean, she goes, I'm 24/7, okay, I'm like, okay, but she is. And her hair is nice and set now, it's almost like, looks like a wig. I mean, the way
She wore a wig.
thank you, okay, because I'm going like that, I'm like, that's a wig, thank you.
She has beat the lymphoma.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she really, and she wants to talk to you about her transition. She was ready, Sandra, okay? And you, again, which is nice, and I tell people this, and they can't stress it enough, they like to say, hey, it's okay. They like to hear it, okay? And she was going on her time, too. I will tell you that. She was going on her time.
She had COPD.
Yeah.
And she had a bout of it and was in the hospital for about a week, and they discharged her to come back home. And while she was waiting for my dad to come, she was still at the hospital in her room, and she went to the bathroom.
And she,
She put her hand down on her bedside table, and her lunch tray was still there, and she fell and fractured her hip.
that's
And
the hip
that's
thing
what
that I was
did her
getting,
in.
okay, yeah. Because that was the, yeah, okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. She was,
She asked me for permission.
yeah, that's awesome.
That she
Yeah. Well, I,
couldn't do it anymore.
no, she couldn't. And that's what she meant by being a mess, so that's this here.
She waited for everybody else to leave before she passed. It was
Yeah.
just her and I.
They do decide. I mean, I will tell you, they do, and they don't always like a full room. So you know it was her time, and that was how it was
And
going
I
to be.
sat and held her hand,
Yep.
told her it was okay,
Mm-hmm.
and it was less than 5 minutes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, she's got a lot of sugar and spice and everything nice, let me tell you. That's how you describe her, I gotta tell you. You know, absolutely.
Definitely was a spitfire.
Yeah, she was a spitfire. You too, my dear, she says, you too. She's also saying that she's with a dad, because she says, I'm with dad.
Not my dad.
Yep, she says she's with her, then it's gotta be her father. Let me just get more in this, because what I'm seeing is a gentleman that is, he's about 5'4", 5'5", weathered-looking skin, kind of like blue-collar tradesman worker, and I can see his hands big and callous and dirty. I mean, he's working on some machinery or something with grease, he's telling me.
They had a farm,
Okay, thank you.
and
So that, well, let me just see,
well,
she's,
he was French Indian.
Yeah.
So the skin
the
tone was
skin,
darker.
thank you, okay. So she's with him then, as he's coming in, okay?
I never knew him.
That's okay, but that's that he's still coming in, so thank you for that. He's definitely coming in. And she's happy to, and they do this, she calls it reviving her relationship with him. It's really nice.
She was 4 when he.
Okay, thank you, okay, because they're doing really well over there, I want to let you know that, okay? It's kind of nice. So she's been busy doing that, so even though she says, I know 24/7, but there's going to be times she's busy with him, and I got to tell you, she loves the land, I will say that, okay? So thank you, I mean, it's nice, it just keeps going and going, okay? And just, she says too, is with the people you deal with in your family, continue to keep that wonderful, I call it the spiritual door open. Because people, you find more and more people coming to you and asking you questions too. It's kind of nice.
I've definitely become a matriarch.
Yes, okay, thank you. All right, if anyone needs a free breeze, come on over here. Thank you, Sandra. No, me. I'm free breeze. But thank you.
Does she say anything about my father?
If she does, she'll let you know, okay? Because this is what I'm hearing right now, okay? She's definitely sitting there, and she's drinking tea too. Something about tea.
She had a cup of tea.
Every day, okay. Thank
She
you.
was never without a cup of tea.
Okay, so she's drinking her tea. She's definitely drinking her tea. She'll be sitting here, and if something else comes through, Sandra, I will let you know, okay? Thank you, thank you. That's awesome, okay. I gotta come over here. I don't know if it's here. There's a gentleman, and what is your name, please? Pam. That's my sister's name. Okay, Pam. I forget my own name when I'm done with this, so I apologize. There's a gentleman coming in. Even though I'm here, Pam, I might be over here. Okay, so if you can just listen up because they're going back and forth. But it's a gentleman, and I feel head trauma with him, and then coma. And definitely having serious head trauma in here. I'm just feeling it, and it's not my third eye, it's the head. It's definitely the head. And I would say he was in his 50s or 60s. In the hospital, I can hear the machines. Can anyone take that? Head trauma and in a coma. Yeah. And I'm also getting something with, I will say this, plane, pilot, I'm definitely getting that too. Can anyone back here take it? And I got like the last name, like Lutz, Lutz. He was here earlier too. He's definitely here earlier. Let me just see. He had gray hair. I'm over here. He keeps pulling. I'm sorry. I
No,
think
no,
he's-
that's okay.
You're pretty, so he's looking. What's your name, please?
Stephen.
Stephen. Because he's pulling me over here. He is. And he definitely had some brain injury problems, coma, and hooked up to a machine.
My dad was sick, but he wasn't hooked up to a machine.
Yeah. And I can feel him. He's going like this with his mouth because I believe he had a stroke too. Definitely had a stroke, he's saying, so it was hard for me to talk. So
I had
it
a
may not have
grandmother
been
that
a
had it.
coma, but a stroke, and he was having a problem. And so his brain wasn't helping him move. No, he's older. He's like in his 70s or 80s. I hate to do the range, but that's what he's telling me. He's bent over, he's walking. I'm just going to give this, he's over here. Could be for you, sir. It's for her. Your name is?
Sandra.
Sandra, okay. I will say this then, because I'm right here, and he's kind of bent over like this, well-dressed, okay, and I believe he had like a receding hairline starting, and kind and soft and gentle, but he said what he had to say. I mean, and I'm going down like this because I feel like he also, with the walking and stuff too, okay? But he's definitely looking like this. So can you understand that, Sandra?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your help, thanks for your help. Okay, because I knew, I'm like, you know what, he's still pulling me over here, so I may be coming in next, so get ready, okay? But it was, father, because I'm getting the father, okay.
We've been together since we were 17.
Oh, okay.
I knew my dad
All right,
very
but
well.
it's interesting because I want to go down like this with him, and if I had a chair, I'd want to sit. So if no, I'm hi everyone, but he wanted to sit because he too there was problems with the physical movement. You understand?
Definitely.
And your name again is
Sandra.
Sandra, thank you. And so he, I got to tell you that he was such a knowledgeable man.
Mhm.
But he didn't just freely share it. I don't see him being boisterous or anything like that. Yeah, I definitely got in the head with him. And so there's a quietness and a gentleness with him. He was pleasing. He liked culture. He definitely liked the way different people lived. I believe what he's doing over there, he's telling me this, that he's learning quite a bit over there. He's learning quite a bit. He apologizes, he says, and I'm going to say this. He wished he'd been more encouraging to you. And it was hard for him, he says, to let go with you.
That's Italian father.
Okay, I didn't realize, I didn't sense the I should have, but I didn't. But it was hard for him to do that. Now, his eyes too get a little droopy, okay? They would get watery, he's telling me, not from tears. He would just, I can see him wiping like this, okay? He wasn't one to emote.
No, well,
No.
get angry. And
Yeah, but he's not doing this soft, I'm sorry thing,
Yeah.
okay? It took him to get over there to do that. He comes from a big family. Like, I'm getting one of the big, like, 1 out of 7, okay, who's the 1 out of 7? And then he says 1 out of 10 or something like that. Okay, let me just ask him more about that, okay? And it's interesting why he's coming down like this, because he doesn't want everyone seeing him. And that happens in groups. My back will go to people, but you understand that's him.
Yeah, okay.
That's him. I don't know why he's talking politics right now, about politics. He says your husband is good with politics.
Yes.
He's very knowledgeable, okay? He goes, I couldn't hold a candle to him.
That's
He's saying hi to you. And I'm sorry, sir, what's your name?
Paul.
Paul. He's saying hi to Paul, okay? And I'm going to get up now because he's going to say this and be a man. He's like shaking your hand. my knees hurt. No. But Paul, he is, how can I say this? He was too proud, perhaps, to also compliment you and your successes in life. And so, because he couldn't do what you do for you, okay? But that's a fatherly thing. He says that's a man thing, okay? He's got a handkerchief in his back pocket, and he's taken it out, or a piece of cloth, because he is getting emotional right now, Sandra, he is. And you were always there for the family, though. And he says, I know I made it sometimes a thankless job, and I'm sorry for that. You're right, you said it, but he's using the word hot-headed.
And looked at it.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the Italian.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, we're not all hot-headed. We're passionate. So we're passionate, yeah. I see him in relaxed clothes now, okay? And, yeah, and so, did he too, when he was younger, have the mustache? Someone had the mustache with the parted hair. I want you to, he's showing me a picture, I'm getting an image, and that's what happens right now. So I'm going to describe it to you, and I hope you remember this. It's a white collar with the tie, black mustache, parted hair, black hair. Okay? It's a family member, I'm not sure how, but he's talking about that in his pictures. You have pictures of older, like the older photos, okay? Look for that. He wants you to look for that. I'm also getting an A name, too. Starts with an A. And I also get, I was going to go A, B, C, but also a B. There's something with a B name, too.
His mother's B. Paul's mother's B.
Okay.
We're
The A name, he's over on me now.
The A name?
This whole picture and everything. Anthony.
You wait. Okay. I'm bumping over here. Hold on. Okay. Anthony, did he look like that,
I
Paul?
don't know, I always saw him picture.
Picture, okay. Because there is, I am getting a picture. It's like one of those older pictures, okay? And thank you for saying that, because I was feeling a motherly vibration coming in. That's then your mother,
Yes.
Paul. That's yours, the B name, okay? So I'm just going to go over. They're just going like this tonight, so I'm doing that, okay? Thank you very much. If he has something else to say, like I said, I could come back. I know you are. And I promise I will not trip over you, okay? Paul, I get with her, for some reason I'm grabbing my, well, I know why, my hands, and I get something about when I get like this, some arthritis or joint pain with her, and I feel that it was very, it got worse as she got older, but I'm also feeling like I'm standing taller with her too, okay? Very proud woman.
Very proud.
Very proud, okay? And she's just like this, and she's walking in front of everybody here, like this is who I am, okay? The sense I get with her is she was a woman ahead of her times, okay? In her thinking, very forward thinking. But she also took pride and was proud of her family and her family life and what she had to do to make it work. Just as you two, your relationship, you make it work in a way that a lot of us don't know how to do that anymore, okay? And so Paul was the same way. She has a lot of respect for you. Yes. Okay. Now, she too, and I am going to say this, I don't get a sense that she always was, come here, give me a big hug. You're doing well. But she is patting you on the back now. Okay. She was someone, it was tough to get a lot of laughter out of her or smiling. Okay. She had a pretty tough life herself. Growing up, she did. And so what she's telling me, and not that she's making excuses, I feel her on guard sometimes because of it, okay? And she says, coming from nothing to look at you. That's a lot, it took a lot of work. But what she's heartfelt about together. And I'm having a hard time with her swallowing, and I get the sense, would you remember, Paul, before she passed, she says it was hard for me to eat? Yeah, and she was sore down here too. She, like right here, she keeps going like this.
She was 100 when she.
Oh my gosh, okay, yeah. Can I tell you, she doesn't look it.
Okay.
She doesn't look it, okay? I mean, honestly, I was gonna say, she's gotta be in her 80s, but she was very spirited and strong, and I think that's what I'm sensing too with her, okay? I also get her, I will say this, in the kitchen, and doing a lot of making stuff, let me tell you, okay? Yes, because I'm getting the dough and everything, yes. And she was good, she was. She could stretch a penny. She could. And you know, she says, I hope that she does hope she inspired you in your life, Paul, and you always treated her with respect. Always. Anything she needed, even when she wasn't doing well, you were there. She didn't like the doctors. Okay? I'm sorry if this doctor's in here, you know what I mean? Now, we get older with all the tests and stuff. She didn't want to. No. Okay? And I do get a sense of her faith, too. Yeah, okay,
I'm
definitely.
answering the question.
That's okay, Paul's hearing it too. I'll go with,
We've been together so long.
I know, and that's fine, because she's here for both of you, and that's why I went one, and now we're here, okay? You probably finish each other's sentences. He doesn't even have to ask, and you answer. Okay, I get that. But she did, and she's in a very good place now. I will say this though, you know, we all do life reviews, and she's looking at her life review, and one of the things, Paul, she's saying, I wish I had done better at is opening my heart more. Opening my heart more. You, she says, worked hard.
I did.
You worked hard with the family and being well received. I gotta tell you, you really did. And she didn't always make it easy, she says. And, you know, I'm also sensing a little dizziness with her, too. She was getting dizzy, or the dizzy spell, she's telling me. And she definitely was on some medication. She's talking about medication that would make her dizzy. Do you remember that? Okay, because she is talking about that, too. All right. Why is she talking about not driving? What was
Oh
with
my God! My God, that's incredible.
She's like, what's the, she's like, she's going like that.
Tell her,
I'm
Paul.
happy about that.
No.
So she had,
See, because she was very
Sorry.
independent.
yeah, she was very independent. So she was in her 80s and she had a little accident.
Yep.
And she,
It's incredible.
so I have an older brother and a couple of brothers, and we said, we gotta get her off the road because she couldn't drive. Okay.
Yeah.
So she lives in Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, the law's not exactly the same.
Nope.
If you have an accident and you're over 80, you have to be retested on your driving.
Oh.
And we told her, don't go and be tested, you'll never pass. And so she never went. And then she always told everybody, my sons took my we tell her we did it for her own
Yeah,
good.
I know, but because
We
she
did
was
it for
like,
her
that
own
was
good.
her thing. I know, she's not
Lost
mad
her
at you.
independence.
She's not mad. Well, you're right, she was in the, but she's got it back. That's the thing I'm trying to say, like, she's driving again. Because, I mean, she is, so, she wants you to know that, Paul. She understands, but she is, okay? She was, in her own way, very determined spitfire. She was. She absolutely was. She's talking about the apple trees. What's with the fruit trees or apple trees?
All that I know.
Okay, because she is, and she's going down to Florida. She's taking a trip down to Florida, okay? So she likes going down there and visiting. I just want to let you know that, okay?
I did like that.
Yeah, she did, okay? And she goes like this, Paul, and I'm driving down. She's funny, I like her. But she's very respectful and polite, and she says thank you. I mean, she's very nice. It's nice that she's here, okay? She's so happy you're both here. She really is. And it's, she's cute because it's been a pleasure. Who's got the sweet tooth? Yeah, you got the sweet tooth. I should say that. She's pointing at you with the sweet tooth. It's just because she's saying, because I remember you as my son too. My son. And she keeps saying that to you. And my son has grown up to be an incredible man that you help a lot of other people too, Paul. And you both make it a point to give, which is so nice. You really do. And she's proud of what you both do. So she just wants to say that. And she says, thank you for letting me in. She came in, by the way, wearing a dress. She was wearing a dress, okay? I just want to say that. Yeah, okay. She has a pearl necklace. Yeah, you did, yeah, because she's wearing the pearls. She's wearing the pearls. Yeah, it's in honor of you two. That's what she's telling me. That's kind of nice. All right, thank you. Thank you so much. See, this is like, that's why I'm like, I'm seeing someone here, and sometimes it's like I get pulled over here. So thank you for working with me too, okay? That's great, thank you. Now I got a hand coming over here. Yes, but you ladies listen too. And your name is Pam, and I remember now because that's my sister's name. Okay. Pam, this is funny. It's like, oh my God, I think I'm going to jump over you. You know what it is, Pam? You're bringing them all in, okay? This woman right here with the glasses and the beautiful top there, all of a sudden I hear, your mom's here, mom's here. And I'm sorry I'm yelling, but Mom's here, don't forget me, I'm here, and she's making a loud noise so that I don't forget she's here, okay? So I just want to say that to you, okay? And I don't know if you two know each other, but she's bringing you two together. Oh my gosh, okay. Because you're both coming together. And she's like, putting you together. Pam, I promise I'll be right with you. But she's going just like this. And she's jumping up and down, and she's having fun with you two. You two have fun, let me tell you, okay? You know how to have fun, I will tell you that. And she's getting ready with her shopping bags, okay? Come on, let's go! She's like this, okay? And that's where my voice is getting louder now. You can see the difference in the energies. Because she was like, I mean, Mom was like, that's Mom or your sister? Because she's got a lot of energy right now. Oh, she was. And I can feel it. And I'm just like, woohoo, let's do this. Let's go shopping. When are the sales? I mean, let's have fun. Are we getting our nails done? You want a martini? I mean, she's just going back and forth. Like, she would have a great time here. Well, she says, I am having a great time here. Okay? You like my new shirt? Look what I got. Look what, she's like that. She really is. When you go shopping, she's with you. She says, oh my gosh, she's showing you the deals, okay? I am, and she's feeling so much better, she said. I mean, she's a character. She is so much better. And she's like raising the energy here. She's going like that, raising the energy. She's also, she like Frank Sinatra. Oh, yeah. Because she's going to a Frank Sinatra concert. I'm telling you. She goes, I'm going to a Frank Sinatra concert. I am not kidding you. He's singing over there still. He definitely is. And she's going to go to like Foxwoods or something too. Does that make sense? She's going to Foxwoods.
They call it the Las Vegas Liz.
Las Vegas Liz? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, she did. She was really good at it too. She's making good money over there. That is too funny. That is so funny. And she's actually got like this skirt, or it could be a dress that has a skirt. She's going like this, okay? But she says, but you know, she's going, I do wear pants too, you know, because of my legs and stuff. I'm like, what are you talking about? But whatever it was, she looked good, and she had the attitude, I got to tell you, you walk with confidence. You definitely walk with confidence. And it thrills her to have you two to stick together, to be that sisterly love. That was the most important thing to her. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's like number one. She had some sisters too?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. I was good. Okay, 'cause can I tell you? And I'm not, she's going like this. I'm one of 5 too, and I'm like, okay, I'm one of 5. She's like this. Loved every one of them. But of course she goes, but me. She did her best to get along with everybody. Okay? That's what you do in the family. I am getting, I don't know if it's a Charlie or a CH name too. Who's Charlie? She's yelling. Your first husband? He's passed, yes? She's with Charlie. She's talking about Charlie. She's scratching my ear now. I don't know why. Yeah, but she's scratching. What?
I had an Uncle Charlie, but my husband, they call him Charlie.
Okay, let me just get what I'm getting with Charlie. Let's figure this out then, okay? Because she goes, I'm with Charlie. I'm definitely with Charlie. I have, it's interesting because as he's coming in too, I mean, he's like ushering her in. He was good to her, very good to her, treating her well. Okay, she's got his arm like in her arm like this.
My father.
Yeah. Okay.
My father.
Okay. Thank you, because they're going in together because they're going dancing. Okay. I get with him too. He smoked when he was younger. Because don't take this the wrong way, but like I can see his teeth. You can tell he was a smoker, even with his smiling. Okay, let's just keep going with this. He's wearing a nice dinner jacket with just casual stuff. You wouldn't see him in a suit that often, but he would wear she goes, he's wearing the dinner jacket. He's cleaning up really well. Okay, and he's joking with her because that's what they do. They banter back and forth. Okay. I am seeing him, though, with the heart and the lungs, okay? And he said, this really, I couldn't breathe. It feels almost like, to me, emphysema, okay? It was that bad, the lungs. The lungs, yeah, that's him because it feels burned, and he's describing his lungs feeling burned, so that's got to be him. He wasn't a real tall guy. No, okay, that's him. And it's interesting, she's laughing because she says he's coloring his hair over there. So it's brown right now, but when he passed it wasn't, and I know that, okay, and it was thinning, but he's looking younger again, and he too likes to play the cards, okay? And so they're getting along over there. That's what they do. Okay, and he's wearing really nice, comfortable shoes too. All right, with her, but they're dancing. They're doing like the 2-step, and I am not going to dance, but that's what they're doing. Excuse me, I'm sorry. No, it's not your fault. She loved the entertainment and going out, and she's bringing him along because he may not have liked it as much. But she's bringing him along, okay? And then she goes, we're seeing the Big Apple. She's going because she'd go to the plays, too. And they're going to the plays. Okay, good. So she's remembered. She's going back. And so when people say to me, what do they do over there? That's what they do. So she's going, okay? She really just is living it up there. She wants to make sure you two are too. And I'm sorry, what are your names? I don't even think I asked. Joan and Linda, yeah, she just says, you two keep doing it, you're never too old, you know? I can see you two going out and these young folk going, what do those do? But just you keep doing it. You know, that's what she says, because she was very young-spirited, extremely, okay? And she wanted you to be happy, even with her passing, okay? She didn't want a lot of pain, okay? Listen, my time's up here, I guess I gotta go. I mean, that's how she was. And she did have this sense of that, hey, things are going to be okay. Now, is it Linda? Linda, she's too, I just got to jump to something about your knee.
Oh my God.
Okay? Her knee is, yeah. And she says, I'm watching it because they can sense that stuff. Yeah, okay? And so she's sending you kind of some healing with that, okay? She is. And Joe, you got a lot going on up here, she says. It's like, even when you go to bed, she goes, you gotta come, you wake up, it's like you're waking up, your brain wakes up 3 hours before your body does, okay? And she said, that's how she says, she goes, you know what? She says, you gotta remember that there's not a lot that's that important. Okay, and Joni and your sister, she's saying, and your sister will say this to you. You can't fix everybody else's problems. Do you understand?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
All the time, sucking my mother.
listen to her. Yeah. She says, you know what, because people, and we have to learn our own lessons here. You're a loving, compassionate person, and what we can do is love them, but we got to get out of their way so they can learn. And you do it in a wonderful way, loving them, but they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out, okay? Just like you had to, right? She liked gold jewelry. Oh my gosh, you have some of her gold jewelry. Yeah, wear the gold jewelry. She's going like this. Don't wait for a special occasion. She's like, wear the gold jewelry. She's going like this. Because there's times she'd wear more than like one necklace or something too. And she's like, what the heck? We work hard. You work hard. You might as well enjoy it. Okay? So she is talking like, we got to remember we work hard. We also have to have the nice things in life too, or why do it, right? So she was big on that. She really was. Now, she is drinking something, but it's Did someone say lemon? Because I said limoncello, right?
Oh,
I knew it, right? Right? That is so funny. Oh, she's sipping away at that, okay?
so happy.
But you know what she would do? I can't believe she's going to say this, but because I'm not saying it, but she's saying it. You know, morning coffee. Nothing wrong with putting a little Kahlua in that. I mean, everyone loved her. Everybody loved her. I mean, you can see it. She was the life of the party. Yeah, but anyway, so she says, I'm here to say hi, you know I'm doing well. Keep family was huge for her. Family was it. She loved like the big Sunday dinners, she loved the big family gatherings, and she goes, I'm not gonna go down all the birthdays because there's a lot, but you know I'm at everyone. I'm at everyone, okay? And you do still, what would mom, oh, mom would love this, oh, what, okay? So it's okay. I mean, she's doing really well. And dance, she said, go dance. Because that's what she's doing, however that looks to you, but go dance. Okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. She's all right. Oh my gosh. Okay, she's going to go take a seat. Okay. Pam, I know I don't know why, but let me just see. Okay, from high to low, I have to say, but that's how it works. I have, and it may, again, I'm not sure.
Like someone else.
I know, but there is a gentleman, I am going to say, and I just got to say it and blurt it out loud, but he hung himself. He took his own life.
Kidding.
No.
Okay.
This person's coming through that took his own life, and I'm feeling the choking.
How old?
He was young. I would say like in his 20s, early 30s. But I'm over here. Yeah, it's not for you. Again, I'm over here. Pam, move, will ya? Maybe then I'll get to you. I'm over here. And he definitely...
I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know him, but
Yeah.
where I work, we have a fund, the two boys. that
Okay,
hung
they were
themselves.
younger? Yeah?
Yeah, 20 and...
And yes,
yeah.
okay, because he's going on. Let me just, I got to go with this because he's been hanging out. He's definitely been hanging out. What's your name, please?
Pat.
What was that?
Pat.
Pat, that makes sense, Pam, Pat. And what's your name?
Lorraine.
Lorraine, okay. What happens again, that they don't always necessarily have to be close to you, but believe it or not, while I'm talking and she's having a bell, I'm like, someone see a young 20-year-old boy,
Yeah.
young man, who hung himself, and that's why I gotta blurt it out that way. I'm so sorry, okay? And I can tell you this, he's definitely, obviously coming through saying thank you. Because there was a lot of compassion and empathy around what happened with him, okay? He didn't want everyone to be quick to judge him, okay?
I wonder if it's the first or second brother.
He says first. When you said that, because I'm listening, the first.
Wow.
This one, well, let me describe him too, because I saw him thinner, okay? I will say he definitely had some definition in his arm, but he wasn't the big, he said, I wasn't the big muscular one. I was the thinner one, and I'm seeing jeans on him.
I don't know what they look like.
Okay. He also, it's interesting, I'm getting like a contrast brown hair, blonde hair, okay? But the brown hair, and there's a little bit of bangs too, okay? And he's just kind of sitting here right now. And because he's almost as if you open the door, he's kind of confessing to what he did. He knew what he was doing. And I think some people, he's saying they thought it could have been, see, I get so lightheaded with them. It wasn't an accident. And he knows all the talk around it. And I can feel the sadness coming in. Would you know if he struggled with one of his parents too?
I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm just going to have him state, I know you can't validate a lot, but just to have him coming in here is really important to him. It's huge. Because, one, he's in front of this, like, big group.
Now, does he want me to say it to his parents?
I don't know if they're as open to this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, because he's even saying that. But, yeah, he's trying to get to him. I don't know what else to say. He's definitely trying to get to him. He really is. And, you know, he's just sitting like this. He was a talented kid. And he's just sitting just like this. And he was a nervous one because he's going like this now, too. And I get the sense, and I am going to say this, that it was a struggle with one of the parents. I want to say the father. And he is also taking responsibility for some of the choices. Now, I am going to say something. I think he smoked some weed, too, because I'm smelling it, okay? No judgment over there, but I'm smelling. Is anyone smoking? No. But and he's going like this, okay? And he's giving you this because he also wants it validated. That's what they do, so I'm just flowing with him right now. Nice young man.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Real, and there were people who were like, what happened? And he's going like this. It wasn't an accident, though. And I can tell you why he's coming in, too, is because of people know you and your compassionate heart. You also, you give everyone the benefit of the doubt. You look in the best of everybody. I can tell you that right now. And look, she does. No, he didn't mean to say that, really. No. Give him another chance. Do you understand? Okay? He's going, that's her. You know, there's like not 2 sides, there's like 30 sides to everything. And so that made him feel safe coming in. And it's interesting because you're like, it's this way, it's that way. Come on, you can't get that by me, okay? You kind of support her like, listen, you got to look at it this way, that way. Do you understand? I can see you going, duh. Yeah, but she's got more of the duh. You go, you're like, duh. No. But it works, okay? It's a good balance, a good friendship there. But I can tell you that's why he's telling me about you. And also him having the courage and the awareness to take ownership. And that, you know, we do make choices, and he could have made a better choice, obviously. But I will tell you, this helps them evolve over there and make amends with themselves, too. Okay, definitely. Do you know he had a sister?
Yeah, he has this one sister.
Yeah, okay, that he's him.
The only one that's alive.
Yes. And he says she really was left carrying a lot of, definitely. And what's interesting, and I gotta say this, I get very nauseous with him, but his sister too, with stomach, and just how she dealt with all of this. Not easy. I gotta tell you, not easy. Yeah. Wow.
So does he say anything about the brother, the second brother? The younger one?
You know, when you ask that, I don't hear it right now. It was interesting, he seemed to be more concerned about the sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's something going on there that you may find out, okay? Because that's what he's telling me. He's kind of scratching his head like that, but that's what he's saying. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah. And he's just going like this. He's here. Yeah, he was not a bother to anybody, really. That creative side, he liked. I mean, who doesn't like music? But there's something with the music
Yeah,
too
I
with
think
him.
he was something.
Thank you. I can, like musician.
Something,
Yeah. So he's definitely spending time doing that too. He really is. Okay. To keep it, he gets a lot of help over there. Let's just say that. Okay. So he definitely wants to thank you both, because you're part of this too, for letting him come in. But he's been hanging out there for a bit. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah, what a good kid. Really nice. He was the type when he was younger would like have collectibles like cars and things like that. I know young boys can't, but he was different that way. And I think what was hard for him is also coming into his own and being accepted that way. And even within the family. You're going to find this out, I got to tell you. Yeah. Yep. He was lost, obviously. He got lost. I got to come over here. Thank you. Your name is, please?
David.
David, okay. And your name?
Jen.
Jen. So both you, because I just see somebody, this is what happens, I'm just seeing them. Hi, Nancy. I don't know, they want me to say hi, okay? You know, because you move, because now I'm going to there's a gentleman over here, but as you move, there's a woman over here now for you on mom's side of the family, okay? And she's wearing a blouse with buttons, a nice kind of, not form-fitting, but loose blouse with comfortable pants. And Nancy, I got to just tell you, know those pants, like they have the crease, she's wearing those with comfy shoes, okay? Short hair. It's like yours, but set too, okay? She's got a little bit of lipstick on. Just that she's not wearing a lot of makeup, but she's just sitting there. And I am going to say she's either knitting or doing something with the hands. Do you know who this is? Yeah. She's watching all this. She's like this. This is cool. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting to your way because the guy's sitting right there. But he is. He's just she's sitting there watching like this. She's like whispering in your ear, okay? And she, you know, and it sounds so obvious, but she loves spending time with you. And you didn't have to say a lot. And that's what she's doing there, because when I was going over there, I'm like, oh, I see her. She's right there. And she's like, hi. But she's just sitting and hanging out with you. And Nancy, you sense her around.
Yeah.
You do. And she goes, yep, she does. That's me. And she's breakfast time, too. Breakfast time. She liked your breakfast.
Yes.
What's with the poached eggs and toast?
Yes.
That's what she ate, right?
Right.
Yeah, thank you. Because she's like, yeah, that's what I do when Nancy's having her breakfast. And Nancy, you could have a healthier breakfast. She said, but that's okay. Because you're always on the run. She's going. And she says, but you know what? I have my time with her. Really, she got that. She really did. And so just know she's spending time with you. That is so neat. Yeah. She's feeling much better too, by the way.
Good.
She is. She too had some back or hip issues, she's telling me.
Oh.
Yeah. But you know what? She's pointing at you. Watch your back too.
Yeah.
I do, I have.
Yep, okay, because she's pointing, thank you. She's definitely going like this, okay? And, you know, walking's good for you. So you, remember, you got that earlier too. So just do that, okay? And she definitely has your back. She liked, was it the soap opera she watched?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's watching them over there too. She says, I'm watching them at the house. You know, she's going, leading a nice light life now. And she's reminding you too, because you did your time too. At some point in our lives, we gotta, you know, we gotta kind of say, okay, let's lighten the load a little bit. And that's another reminder for you to lighten the load.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a really good business sense, Nancy.
Oh, good. Yeah.
You do, okay? It's second nature for you.
Mhm.
So don't put so much pressure on yourself. All right? Okay. And she goes, that's my daughter. she's cute. It's okay. She goes, I didn't mean to interrupt, because she didn't impose, you know? And so that's why she's sitting there, but I see him. The gentleman I'm seeing here, okay, and I'm sorry, it's David and Jack. Okay. He had a walking stick or a cane. That's the first thing that I'm seeing, okay? And he also wore like one of those fedora hats. Okay, Jen, you get that? Okay. And he's just standing there like this, and he's kind of, cane, just going like this. Whether he had the cane here or not, I gotta tell you, he's definitely doing that right now. And he's swirling it like this. Okay? Because I gotta tell you something. This is great tonight, because everyone's feeling better over in the spirit world. It's good. The energy's light. Feeling so much better. And you know that singing in the rain song? Singing in the rain. That's what he's doing. Okay? Because his passing was ugly. And that's how he said it was ugly. And I gotta tell you something, I don't feel like he wants to get into it. Do you understand? So, okay. All right, do you know, are you with them, David?
No.
Okay, okay, don't worry, it's okay. But he's standing right there, just one sec, okay? But he says very, and he didn't want this happening. He didn't.
He's happy though.
He's very happy, okay? He's extremely happy. He is. Are you related? Is this Mom? Because he's saying this, I should just say it, I'm sorry. You have your mother's strength, and you are one strong lady. And that's what he's saying. She sits there quiet and everything, but let me tell you something. She's one strong lady, okay? And he is saying she's been through hell and back, okay? Emotionally, spiritually, you understand? And what is your name, please?
Reba.
Reva. What a beautiful name. Yeah. And what's interesting is I'm getting and I'm feeling all kinds of chills up in here. Okay? That's just his energy coming in. Okay? He said before he passed, he couldn't move like that. He couldn't. Would you understand him being sick, really sick in the bed, okay? That's why he's coming up, because I knew you wouldn't recognize the cane, but he says, tell him what I'm doing. He's going like this, okay? No one videotape this, it's going on YouTube, okay? But he's saying that's how much better I feel. And I'm just going to say it's because I'm getting pain here, all here, down into the colon, everything. Can you understand that? The colon, yeah, he's going like this. He goes, it was awful. And he brings you two together, okay? Because you stuck together with this and helped each other. Yeah. And Reva, did you also, till the day he died? He keeps saying, till the day I died. Who was there?
It was
Yours.
It was my father-in-law.
Okay, so to the day he died, were you there then? Was it you? Okay, I'm sorry, I got it, that's fine. Yep, till the day he died. Thank you. Okay?
Wow.
He was a dapper man, though. He was. Okay? And he's got the hat, that's why. No nonsense. No nonsense kind of man either. Okay? He is wearing nice, like, just brown slacks. Yeah, with a nice button-down shirt, or he'd wear a polo. Not like, no, I'm not saying a polo, but he wears short sleeves too in the summertime. Button-down. Oh yeah. You know how a lot of them, they don't now, the short sleeve button-downs?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what he
Yeah.
showed up to, thank you. Okay, tonight in, okay? He says that he's glad it went faster because if he knew beforehand, forget it. I mean, you know it scared the bejesus out of him. It really did. And it was, he says it was inoperable by the time. They would try. Yeah. He tried though.
He just got out of an operation, like 2 days.
But it didn't work, did it?
No.
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 That's why I say inoperable, okay? That's what he means by that. It wasn't gonna save him.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so, I'm gonna say this, he kinda had a sense going in. I get it now, but he says the reason why, he goes, I had to do it for everybody. Yeah, that's what he's, yeah. Yep, and so he did it, yeah. And he's glad he did now. Because that's one thing he says when we do the life review, I didn't want to regret. And I'm getting a little emotional with him. He was, he had such a kind heart. He didn't always show it, but he did. He was kind of, sometimes, you know. He goes, all right, call me a curmudgeon sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
But he did have a kind heart. You know it.
Right.
Yeah. So he says, so I am definitely, obviously over there, he loves to eat. He's eating so much better over there now. You're a good cook, by the way, he says. I love her cooking. Okay? So he's eating much better. This is the way a king is supposed to live. That was
did this
him.
way too when you were here.
Yep. Yeah, he goes, that's it. And he goes, wow, life goes on. Wasn't sure about it. That's what scared him. That's what scared him. Was there also, he's talking about talk with cremation or the stone?
I wasn't involved with that as much.
Do you remember?
But I know about the stone.
The stone, okay.
The stone, yeah.
He says it's okay. Because I don't get it was right or ready.
It was already there, and it
Okay.
was family had the plots,
But
and
did-
we added their name to
Okay,
it.
so that's what it was. They had, because he goes, something wasn't ready on it yet.
Right, it was, they do the names after the
Afterwards,
funeral. Yes,
okay,
yes.
yeah. And he goes, and that's okay, because some people are like, oh, is it gonna be, of course it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. And I tell people this, you know, they don't hang out there, but they know when you visit, and they'll come too. And he goes, just keep it neat. You know, you don't even need flowers, just keep it neat. You know what just keep it neat. I'm like, okay. Yeah, and he's smoking a cigar. He is smoking a cigar. Is someone getting married?
See?
Is someone getting married?
No. Someone got married right before they passed. Right before he passed.
Right
His
before you
youngest daughter
passed?
did.
Okay.
And they couldn't go.
And they couldn't go?
They couldn't.
All right, but I gotta tell you too, I think that's someone you're gonna hear about a marriage in the family. Because I don't think he regularly smokes cigars, so when they bring the cigar in, it's symbolic.
Okay.
So just as the spirit heads up, because he's kind of just chewing on it. going like this. Okay? So I'm just saying, he goes, yep, I can do what I want. I'm like, okay, not a problem. He's also talking, this is so random, a book salesman. Something about salesmen and books. I'm going, it's Reba, on your father's side. There's a fatherly vibration coming in, okay? Do you remember, and I'm going to say it, I just got to say this. There is, he's got the, remember back in the day they had the briefcases and they would sell things? I'm definitely seeing something like that.
My late father was a custom upholsterer, and he would take samples into the house.
Okay, that's the sample case, that's what I'm seeing. This
That's
is your,
the cigar.
that's the cigar, that's your father? He's here. Because that's like, he's right here with it, definitely, okay? And he's come walking like this, you know? I just gotta keep doing this because I'll tell you the type of personality he was as he's coming in is do the best with everything you do in life. No matter what it is, be the best you can be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you know what? Oh, he says, and you, honey, follow that all the way through life and
I'm
continue
trying.
to. You know what? You're not trying. You're doing it, honey. I got to tell you, and he's coming in to let you know that. Because I got to tell you, you put too much pressure on yourself. Okay? I got to do this with there's grandchildren too, and I want to do this for this. You're fine. Okay? And he says, you really are. And you were a good girl. I got to tell you, the whole time, whatever, you treated your parents like king and queen. You absolutely did. Okay? All right, maybe there's a little guilt in there, but no, he's just joking right now. There wasn't, I know.
Not an inch.
Not an inch, and I know, he's kind of joking because like, don't cry, don't cry. You had and I can feel a fabulous relationship with family. I mean, and he just loves you to pieces. You weren't one to, he's stubborn, but you know how to handle it and the way you could talk and discuss things. I'm not saying stubborn all the time, but especially with himself. It was more with himself. The things he was supposed to do to keep himself like healthy, to do this. You really helped him along.
You hit it right on the head.
Yeah. So she's a gentle soul. With that though, when you need to get something done, you get it done. That's it.
Too.
Yes, you do. Hey, you know what? I'll do it. Don't worry. Get the heck out of my way. I'm doing this, okay? So it's just, he just wanted to come in and say, hi, thank you. I'm good. I'm feeling so much better. Okay?
And so am I.
Yeah. He's kissing you on the cheek. I love that. He just does. And he's giving you such a wonderful hug. Okay? So thank you, because he just wanted to run in here too. Okay? There's a lot of love here, I got to tell you. A lot of love. It's so nice. And it's both families, because I know you said in-laws, but both families.
Yep.
It's wonderful. It really, really is. Okay. Let me just see. Can I come to this gentleman here?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you. And your name again is?
Sean.
Sean, okay. And what's your name again?
Eileen.
Eileen? Okay, Eileen. So just you listen up too, okay, please. But Sean, I have a gentleman here, and I am going to say what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing uniforms right now. Okay, kind of lined up like this, like a police uniform and a fireman uniform, but in their stately uniform. I'm seeing them right here. And I'm hearing brotherly vibration, okay? So there's a gentleman here. I feel like he passed before his time.
My brother did.
Your brother? Yeah, okay. So what happens sometimes is when I see the uniforms, it's brothers, but it's brotherly vibration. It's just a symbol thing. But he's been like standing there looking at me like, when are you going to get done over here? Because they do. They're like, come on, hurry up, hurry up. But he is right there. And I see it this way, the energy on the shoulders, like the hands on the shoulders, okay? And he's saying to you, thanks for, did you bring him today? Okay, I gotta say that. And it's okay, because I know you're not sure, and it's okay. He goes, but I'm sure. Okay? And he's got his hand on your back, too. He said, you are, and it seems Jen, a hell of a guy. Always there for me. Always. You were there for me. I am going to say this as he's kind of walking around. He goes, I think I'm a little new at this. I'm like, you do what you got to do, okay? With him, what you see is what you get.
Exactly.
What you see is what you get. He's wearing jeans right now. I mean, he's just, the jeans, okay? Shirt, so what I wore yesterday, it's just a little dirty, not a problem. I'm sorry, he's going like this, Sean, he's going, it don't smell. That's it. It's like, I'm good. Drinking a beer, I think. He's drinking something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He says to wash it down. Don't know what that means, okay? To wash it down. You understand?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, thank you, okay? And he liked steak or red meat.
Yeah.
He is, because he liked the grilling or the cookouts.
Yeah.
You're a grill master, he says. Okay?
Are you kidding me?
You're it, man.
Yeah.
And he goes, I miss those times. And he knows you do too. He does.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew him.
Yeah.
They knew of him too. Do you know what I mean? Because he was a good guy. How can I say this? He could walk in a room, not in, like I always say, there's a presence, but it's more friendly. And he wasn't one, hey, here I am, but go up and say hi to everybody. And that's why he was hanging out here doing that. Definitely. I don't know, he's saying, I've got to say it this way, because with this passing, he's telling me, with the passing, it's almost like he says, what the hell happened? I wasn't ready for this. Yeah, because it's like, thank you, because he's trying to explain. Excuse me, when I see the white light, that's instant. And I'm like, he just went. And he says, he goes, I hope you understand this. Lucky for me. Because he says, I was living life, loving it, and then, okay, I didn't suffer. And he didn't suffer. Yeah, it's hard for people here because it's so unexpected and there's no closure. But he goes, you know what, I found something out. He goes, there's no goodbyes. It's I'll see you later. And he really didn't get into this stuff or anything. You know, he kind of lived life. And he was that, hey, when it's your time, it's your time. That's him.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he says, so here we are. Talking to the women. Come on. Yeah. He says you really have helped with the family. More than you realize. And he's going to everyone, he's a really good guy. You know that. And you've helped him in more ways than you realize. Sometimes it's just the spiritual and the emotional. I mean, because you can't do it on your own. You try, but you cannot, he says. You try, but you can't. Okay? And it's good you're doing this. You got to let it out because it catches up with you. He says, I know I'm missed. He's throwing a football at you. He's throwing the football. So when you do that, remember he's on the field with you. I know it's casual stuff, but he's on the field, Sean, okay?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. he's really around the family. It's nice. Okay? You're good holding the energy, Eileen. I don't know how else to say that with situations that are not easy. You really know how to do that, and we can't explain it, but you know what I'm saying, okay? But he gets it now. I'm getting the chills with that. He gets it, okay? I think if when he was here and you tried talking, he'd be like, "What? Give me another drink. Let's talk about this." Sure, whatever. That was him.
Yeah, it was.
That was him, okay? But, so he's learning from you too. He's learning. It's kind of nice, okay? But he's just going to hang out now. And he says, thank you. And remember this, Sean, you really have done a lot for the family. His family, everyone, okay? You really have. And you don't look for any thank yous or anything, but he can't tell you how much he appreciates that, okay? One last thing he's saying is something about, I don't know if it's a ring and then a yearbook. Yeah. Because he's going like this with his ring finger. Did he have some type of ring, and I'm not saying a wedding ring, another type of ring?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what he's trying, he wants to pay attention, have you pay attention to that.
My father gave him his diamond ring,
Yeah.
and no one can find the ring.
Because he's saying the same thing, where's the ring? So I'm going to just say this, and I want you to look, okay? Look for it, because sometimes this happens. Not that he was a big saver or anything, okay? But the sense I get, either mom or someone, you know how you put in your box your yearbooks, and you hide it away,
Okay.
and you just hide stuff away? Look in some of those boxes. There's got to be at least one, Sean.
There is.
Okay, look in it.
There
Just,
is too.
yeah, okay. If you look in again, and let me know. But he's saying that to you, okay? Because now he's done, okay? I don't think it's lost. It's just misplaced.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you.
I know,
Okay.
we all want to know.
Thank you. I know, really. We'll do an update, okay? Put it on my Facebook. Put it on my Facebook. Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. Okay,
Thank you so much.
Oh, no,
Thank you so much.
thank you. You know, I know there was a woman here in a wheelchair earlier, Sandra, but I want to come over here because I see another woman coming in a wheelchair. That's in spirit though, okay? And I don't know, it might be here, but she just came in, okay? And it's not that woman there. And I'm getting something like, Marge, I'm with you. What's your name, please?
Lori.
Lori? I'm screaming, I'm hearing, Marge. Or it sounds like that. Okay, I'm on Dad's side of the family. Okay? Yeah, we gotta go to Dad's side. Okay? And Benjamin or B.E. Benjamin, Lori, she's going like that. Is there Irish in the family too? Who's the Irish side?
My husband's.
Husband? Okay. Let's go to the in-laws for a minute. Okay? Just because sometimes I get the in-laws, because she's saying I'm on the Irish side. And she was a shorter woman, so let me just describe her, okay? She's about 5'1", 5'2". She's shorter than me. Okay? And I believe she also wore a wig. Or her hair was thinning, so she needed something done with her hair. Okay? And she did have some mobility issues. Sometimes they're not actually in a wheelchair, but they have mobility issues. Okay? And I'm getting her legs kind of like varicose veins and then the ankle swollen. You don't know who this is? Can anyone else take this?
I don't know what I'm in a wheelchair.
But would you know someone with the mobility issues? Because sometimes it's not necessarily a wheelchair, but it represents mobility issues.
She's not, but she's still living.
No, this person's in spirit, definitely passed. she's right there, Lori. She's standing right, she's grabbing your hand. I'm seeing an emerald, it's kind of ring, but it represents like a birthday. I don't know what the emerald, which one's the May? May, who's May birthday? Thank you, because I don't, yeah.
My grandmother died in May.
Okay.
I don't know.
She had brown hair, too. It wasn't white.
I have somebody that fits that. I don't know if that's,
Hold on, okay, let me just get this thing, 'cause she's, thank you for saying that, but I'm sticking with you. She's going like this, no, get over here, thank you. I know when they should say, get over here.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just see, yeah, she definitely. She's on, you know what, she's on a dad's side, like father's side. Okay, it's not a grandmother. It is like an aunt vibration. It's not a grandmother. It's on the Irish side. Okay, I just got to give this to you because she's very, she wearing a dress too, like a house dress. Okay, and she was outspoken. Like, she definitely was. You have a little bit more diplomacy, Lori. Okay? But in the family, she goes, we say what we got to say. And she's saying her father had a heart attack. Who had the heart
My
attack?
dad.
Yeah. Okay? So, dad's in spirit too?
Yes.
Because she's pushing him in.
Maybe it's his mother?
Yes.
Okay. And
Okay.
she wasn't in a wheelchair?
But she had mobility issues.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I should have explained it better. Sometimes that's why I said, even though it's a wheelchair,
Oh.
it represents mobility issues a lot of times when they work with me. And she did. And she's going, the father had the heart attack.
Yes.
Okay, so is there Irish on that side or English, do you know?
Maybe English.
It's English, thank you. Okay, I'm not trying to get, but that's what she's telling me. 'Cause it's me! And she's going she's kind of loud. Okay? So I'm just going to say that because she's pushing your father in.
Could it be my grandmother?
No, it's an
My
aunt.
grandmother was boisterous.
No, it's one of the aunts too. The grandmother was, the aunt was, trust me.
Maybe his aunt. Maybe it was his
Yeah,
aunt.
it's on
Okay.
that side,
Okay.
okay? Because they're bringing him in because there's women, quite a few women in that family
Yeah.
past that he's
Yes.
around.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's what she's one of the clan, as she said. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. So he's doing really well. Okay? And I am going to say, do you know if he had angina before the heart attack or some episodes? He's saying he did, Lori. How about I just say that? He is. There was something going on with him.
Yes.
It wasn't normal, he said.
Right. That's
Okay?
right,
Yeah, thank you. And he is also just, he's casually dressed right now, too. Really casually dressed, sitting in the house. Gonna watch my TV. Yeah? Where's dinner? Okay? And he likes to eat his dinner at the table, but sometimes in front of the TV too. Okay? That's him. Okay? And he is. He's just sitting like this. He didn't like all this.
Right.
So that's why I'm sitting in my back's to everyone. He's also talking about his eyes and glasses. But did you get your eyes just checked? Or needed new glasses?
My daughter just had a
Okay, thank you, yeah. Because the eye thing is going on, and I feel like it's for you, or I will. I'm going to say,
I
Dawn.
need a check.
You do.
Oh, I did get them
Okay. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I just didn't get my prescription done.
Yeah, well, that's part was get your damn prescription. Oh, yeah. Okay. Why and they say that, and people go, why do they say that? Because it's also about letting you know they're around for the everyday stuff. He was close to you, and he says you got him. I guess that's, you did. You didn't let him pull any crap.
Right.
Okay, thank you. That's a good thing, okay? He respects you for that. He really does, okay? And giving Mom a hard time? No, Dad, okay? I mean, you really stood up to the plate, Lori. Even though he may have not always shown his appreciation for it, he does appreciate it. You definitely know how to stand on your own. And you've got a wonderful family. And he's saying, I wish I had shown more interest. Do you understand that? He goes, I'm sorry. And it wasn't a lot when he didn't say sorry a lot.
No.
So this is huge for him. No wonder why he's like, I'm sorry for being a jerk. Do you understand what he's saying? Yeah. Okay. You have a good way of, well, okay, that's who he is. I got to get on. Still trying to keep family together. And you have. You really have. You do a lot that goes unnoticed. You did growing up too, in the family. He goes, I know. He could have been a bit more appreciative. Yeah. Good in school. You like to socialize in school. Was it you? Yeah, yeah. No, you did what you were supposed to do. That's you. Okay? Are there hens or something around the house? Chickens? Did you have chickens when
No.
Why am I saying chickens? Who had chickens? You had chickens around the house? I'm saying chickens. Okay. Who just went to the zoo or something? He's talking about the farm. Yeah.
You had a farm.
You had a farm too? Okay, maybe I'm getting some of him because it's back, yeah. Getting the chickens in the farm, did he have that?
Yeah, he had chickens here, but he had it in the country too.
Okay, all right. I'm getting two things here going now. Yeah, say hi to Hi. What's his name again? What's his name? But I am, because my back's to you too. That's interesting. I'm picking it up. Okay. No, because you know what he's saying too, because I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered with that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no way. Because he was like, you work, you come home, you eat, and you get up the next day. Okay, that's him. Watch the news. Yeah, that's him. You're doing what he didn't do as much of, and that's more involved with the children.
Yeah.
And he just looks at, he goes, you're an awesome mom. I didn't tell you enough. You are an awesome mom. Yeah. My grandchildren are lucky to have you as a mom. So he wants to thank you. All right? Thank you, Lori. But yeah, she was pushing him, get in there. Okay? Because he would need that. He would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mom here too?
My mother?
Yeah. She's living.
Yes.
Yeah. She's got some, I don't know what it is, some health issues. Not but they're not as serious as we think they are, okay? She's going to be okay. That's what I keep getting, okay? But is there psoriasis or some skin stuff going on with her too?
No, my mother-in-law, she has that. She's still living.
And she's still living too. So I'm actually getting your mother, like tapping into the energy of your mother-in-law, because I'm like, what's with this?
Yeah.
Did your father know her?
No.
Okay, so I'm just picking it up then, because I'm getting the psoriasis. That's what I'm getting with her. She's watching it, it's okay. With your mother though, I will just say that she's gonna be okay.
Okay.
All right? But she's gonna follow what she's supposed to do. Do you understand? Now your dad is saying she's gotta follow it. I'm like, okay, I gotcha. But she really does have to follow it. Do you understand? That's a tough one.
Yeah.
You're navigating through that very gingerly. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you on that one. Yeah. And so he's going, I wish you the best. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, yeah, there's your mom. She's I think it's because she's afraid to.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, okay. But trying to, I'm going to be okay, I'm going to be okay. All right? Okay. Did Dad sip on whiskey once in a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sipping a whiskey right now.
Yeah.
He's getting up.
We actually buried him with a bottle.
Oh, my Okay, but yeah, it's something like, well, you know what? He slowed down. He goes, still finishing that damn bottle. I think he might be a little little too much here, he said.
yeah.
Yeah, he did, okay, so he's learning, okay, he's definitely learning, okay, thank you. It's not good for the cholesterol, he said.
That's for sure.
That's for sure, yeah, okay, all right. The other thing I'm getting is, I'm getting a, oh, what kind of dog is that? Like a, not a Doberman, what's the running dog?
Greyhounds?
Greyhounds. Running, who had the greyhound?
I got a greyhound.
Okay, yeah, the greyhound is running right, thank you. Right, yeah, running right down here and going right out. Yeah, yeah, okay. So, the animals love you. Who's got the owls in the back of their yard? Like making a lot of noise lately? That's you. Yeah. Okay, they're driving you crazy, huh? Yeah. Yeah. They ain't going away, let me tell you. No, I suggest you get some ear things. They like they like your home.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very conducive for owls, that's all I'm gonna say. Sorry, but I'm getting that, yeah. It's like, woo, I'm like, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can sense they're getting done, so I'm just, when animals start coming in, the people are done. So I'm just kind of scanning the room right now to see if there's anything else. You know, I did get the Chihuahua, too. A Chihuahua, little Chihuahua. I thought over here. I got a Chihuahua.
Little dog, Yorkie poo.
Yeah, but it says alive, right? Yeah, last time you checked, right? I'm joking. Did you know George had chihuahuas? Because they like belong to this house. So I'll ask them. Yeah, chihuahuas. Was there chihuahuas in the house?
Go ahead and try.
No, not you, but another previous owner or something.
Chihuahuas. I'm getting chihuahuas running around in the house.
I have a
Big
Chihuahua min
What was that, Nancy?
a Chihuahua min pin mix. She died when she was 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was back there at first anyway. Thank you. That's the chihuahua. Okay. All right, so I just want to thank everybody too. And for those I didn't get to, you know, I always wish I could. But there's only so much you can do. But I hope that, you know, loved ones are around. Keep talking to them. Say hi to them. They'll come another time. They definitely will. Your animals too. And they do give us signs. How many of you have seen like 111, 222? Anyone see that?
My daughter, my husband passed away on her birthday,
Okay.
212. She sees that
All the
every
time. That's
We
it.
we were in France, and she looked down.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was a pin there, 212.
All right, so perfect. They definitely, look at license plates when you're going home, 333, 444. I was doing an event, and I was driving down 95. I was going to Foxborough, and I had a crazy, crazy day. And so I'm like praying, doing my prayers and everything, and this black SUV, Lexus SUV cuts me off. I'm like, son of a, not that I swore or anything, but I said, can you believe it? And the license plate said Maria. It's number 8, the month of my birthday. And I know, hey, we got your back, don't worry about it. They show us signs all the time. Another time, I was down in Virginia visiting my daughter, and you know how hot and muggy it gets? Well, I was there for my birthday, and I was born on my little papa's birthday, so I was like his present. And so I was out, I always say happy birthday to little papa, and I was out on the porch, and it was a thick, muggy day. And my sister has chimes, like wind chimes, cardinal chimes, all along her porch. And I just went, hey, Papa, happy birthday. The cardinal chimes started moving. None of the other ones, there was no wind. And I just went, thanks, Papa. He was saying happy birthday back to me. Things like that, the more open we are, and I got the chills with that, I still go, whoa. But stay open to it, because they're trying to say hi to you. In all the different ways, through medium, through numbers, through if you hear a song with their name, whatever it is, the more open you are to it, trust me, the more you're going to see, okay? But They are here to let you know they love you and they want you to have joy in your life continuously. And I want to thank you all tonight. You were great. Thank you for the laughter, the smiles, and all of that, and your loved ones are awesome too. So thank them tonight, okay? And I'm here if anyone has any questions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. And George, wherever he is. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Maria. Yeah, who's calling me? Who's calling me? Yeah, Sandra. Okay, let me put down
I'm sorry that you're
Amazing, like some of that, we should have one come to the house. And then, everybody can just put it.